to Anthropia. You remember her well. She was also a adventurer, a spellcaster. She was always interested in hearing your stories the uh, about the different ideas that you had of deities and that kind of stuff. So we're
Mhm.
flipping away from where Conrich and Mosey were currently at. You're hanging out in the city of Reno, doing some much needed shopping after all of the gold that the DM allowed you to have. Um, but Mosey, while you're walking around, you suddenly get a tickle in the back of your head, and this tickle in the back of your head would often call you to dinner, tell you that she needed something moved down in the basement, or a call to adventure um, from your mother. And in that tickle in the back of your head, um, you see, oh, hello, Mosey. Um, I need your help. I need you to come and meet me as soon as possible. Are you here in the city of Reno? Please?
I am now. Yeah.
Yeah, I need you to come. I will meet you in the Reno market, and I I need your help. I need your skills. If you have a friend, bring them, and I will meet you there. And
Fair enough.
so you, luckily, she's not a blood relative, so she is
Friend is a
usually
strong word.
you because you are a good son. You bring along the only companion that will come along with you, and
Don't even want to talk to me.
and uh, and meet with Mama Greta. Um, as soon as she sees you, she um, is good about. Um, she's good with halflings. Doesn't bend down and try to pick you up. So faux pas,
Good luck.
social faux pas. You cannot. And plus, she's gotten to the age where being able to pick you up is no longer a thing. But she has some food for you and says, "I'm made sure to order something here at the cafe to make sure that you had your strength up. I know that you are always strong, but this is of grave importance and on a very short timeline. At midnight tonight, there is a cult that
Short,
is.
huh?
Oh, well, I see your friend's a little sensitive. Is that? I mean, if
It's
there's
a
anyone who
matter
can
of fact.
accomplish a short time frame, it is my boy Mosey and his friend. What was your name, sir? She looks at
Gerald.
you. And Daryl. You look like a Daryl. I had an ex-husband whose name was Daryl. He was an
I said
asshole.
Gerald.
Gerald. Well, that's not even a name, dear.
We call him Jerry for short.
No,
That's
Gerald.
Jerry, he's geriatric.
As in
Ger- Gerald.
Gerald.
Gerald. That.
Gerald.
Wow, you are really good at making up names. Um, so, here is what I need. So there is a group of cultists. I don't know if you've heard of them. There's been whispers about them here in in the city for a while, but um, they are trying to resurrect their patron,
Hmm.
Argosh, the Dream Stalker, or some nonsense like that. And they are a group of buffoons, but they have managed to get their hands on a powerful book that would possibly be able to actually bring this about. And the last thing that this city needs right now is a rampaging um, demon. And if they do manage to do it, I think that hopefully you boys are looking fit, and you'd be able to stop it. But I would rather stop it before it starts. Do you think that you could help out, Mom?
Yeah, we could do that.
All right. So there are.
What's in it for me?
Oh dear, I love your spunk. Um,
We like stuff.
I bet you would.
oh, been hearing stories about me, huh? Mosey, have you been telling stories about your own mother? You son of a bitch.
Um,
Get it? All right. No, too much.
what?
Okay. All right. So, in order to complete this ritual, they are going to need three items. I have been able to locate two of them, um, but they are watching. Uh, they are watching me, and if I go to try to pick them up, um, that will likely be exactly the lead that they are looking for. Luckily, they only seem to operate at night, which is why I have come to you before sundown. Um, and we've got a few hours, hopefully, to be able to grab these items before they have the chance to go out and get them. So the first is the Scarf of Resolve. It is a magic item. I'm not sure exactly what properties it has, but your little friend here, Daryl, could definitely keep it. It might look fetching on him. The Scarf of Resolve. There's also the Stein of. Hold on one second. Let me check my notes here. Ah, yes, the Mug of Retention. It is a large stein that, once filled, never needs refilling, um, which is fantastic for a night out. But these individuals are planning to put blood in it, which would then create the amount of blood that they need, which I guess is nice, but I mean, it just seems unsanitary. And then there is the Ashes of the Near Undying. So I know that the Stein is located at the Titillating Tavern, or Titillating What's the name? The Titillating Tortoise is the name of the bar. It's run by a friend of mine, an old friend of mine, Drunks, and he would be able um, to provide
So
that
which one
stein
is
to you.
the tortoise?
What's that?
Which one is it? The tit tortoise?
The Titillating Tortoise has the stein, the mug of, what silly name did they give it?
That's the titty bar.
The mug of
That's the titty
retention.
bar. You know that's the titty bar, right?
It used to be. It's. I mean, I haven't worked there in forever, but there is. I mean that was inches ago. Um, the Scarf of Resolve is located a with Gregor. He is a tapas merchant, um, um, over on over back at the um, Market Street, and you were just at Market Street, which would have been nice if you'd have had this information. But Mom can't sending of more than 25 words, and so had to give you this information the way that it is. She lets you know that she is going to try to locate where the urn of the ashes of the undying are, and all you have to do is go and grab these other two items for her. Is that something that you could handle, dear? I
Yeah.
don't I don't want you to mess this up like you did the last time I sent you to the market, though, and you got baking powder instead of baking soda, and those cookies turned out horribly, dear.
Well, you sure you want to send me to the titty tortoise then?
I
There might,
absolutely
there might be
do.
strippers there.
There are no
I'll be there.
strippers there now. There are no strippers there now, but um,
I
Like,
I bet there's halfling strippers too.
well, there
woo!
there could be at least two, wouldn't there? Once you get there, we are at a
Only if we
time
got three titties.
we are at a time schedule. Um, she busies herself with gathering up some of the materials, grabs a biscuit off of the table, and runs off, and with her mouthful of biscuits says, "Good luck, dear. Oh, it was nice to meet you, Gerald," and begins moving down through the streets of Reno.
All right.
So two different locations. To be
Wow,
able
that
to-
lady's weird.
Well, now you know where he got it.
Look at the tortoise.
Two different locations. The titillating tortoise, and the other location is the merchant. Um, which one would you probably head to first?
Well, let's go to the
The titty
lady.
tortoise, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The titty.
We're still hoping.
Also, why does it feel like you're reusing locations here?
I am. I'm always reusing locations. Why wouldn't I be reusing locations?
Yeah, I just wonder.
What are you going to do? Make it up?
Do you plan on printing out your maps for your one shot?
Yeah, I have to build a few of them. So, but I am going to. Yeah, you'll recognize the titillating tortoise for sure. All right, so as you meander through the town, it takes about 15 minutes to move through town. As it's getting late, it's now after dinner time. People are getting those last minute things and are starting to move into Drunkard Alley and starting to end their day with a few pints of ale. There would usually be music playing inside of the tavern, but instead you hear the sound of some screaming and some patrons running out, screaming something about ghosts.
About ghosts. What's going on with the ghosts? I'll grab one. What are you talking about, man?
All right, go ahead and give me go ahead and give me an athletics check for how deftly you grab them and whether or not you do any harm while trying to grab these individuals.
Yeah. Okay, push the arm.
Why do you have? You're raging? What?
as
No.
soon as he heard screaming, I would say
make
that
athletics.
it's possible that Mosey just started raging immediately. I mean, his rage lasts for like freaking 10 minutes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
But go ahead. Sorry.
I would say I would allow it because you had the heads up of screaming at people running out and saying ghosts, and that immediately made you mad enough that you're like, what's going on? So with the
Let's go for the rage, sure.
Yeah.
But I actually think we'll roll at advantage anyway. I need to check that.
That's fine. So the wide-eyed patron says there are two ghosts, and they were fine. They were just walking around, and it was curious. And then they started to argue, and one of them possessed my brother, and my brother is unconscious in there, and I shouldn't have left him. Can you go and help him?
What's going on with the ghosts? Where these ghosts
I
For
don't-
50 gold.
I don't know. 50 fucking gold for what? I'm going to go get.
Well, he's been possessed by a ghost.
I'm
That's
gonna
a
go-
that's a big order.
I'm gonna go get. I'll go get the. I'll get
Ghostbusters?
the keepers, the keepers of Reno. They'll help. And she wants to run off and grab a guard. Do you let her go, or do you keep a hold of her to interrogate her further?
Do you have any questions, Jerry?
Yeah, you know my fucking name.
That's
No,
what
I'm,
he
no,
started
you can
calling
let her go.
Jerry. That's what he calls you. He said, "Hey, you got any questions, Jerry?"
I flick him in the nose and say no.
All right. I'll let her go. That's your new name now.
All right. As you come into
We're
uh,
undercover.
as you come into the titillating tortoise, you do see um, two dwarven. They look to be, game recognizes game. Uh, likely barbarians. Um, they are in kind of an incorporeal form, and and both looking down at a glass. They're actually both trying to pick up a glass that has been a mug of ale that's been spilled on the glass, and it keeps just passing through their hands. And he's like, "I told you, we have to actually maintain a possession in order to get drunk, or else if we don't, but these guys are so weak." And you, and if you keep punching me in the mouth, I'll keep having to possess a new one. Um, the two of them look at you coming through the door, um, and you can tell that they are likely about to try to. They recognize that you seem to be stronger individuals, and will attempt to possess you. Everybody in the bar has cleared out except for a assistant manager, Nathan over here, Nathaniel Crum, who left the dead end ranch and tried to find a new location once it was overrun with monsters, and has now come to the titillating tavern. Um, there are five orcs that are seemingly having a bachelor party, and unlike the rest of the patrons, they did not run out screaming, and are just think it's funny. There's like two or three unconscious individuals on the ground, that have been that you can tell have been punched in the face and knocked out.
I'm gonna start looking around for that mug since I'm
Um,
here.
Maybe it's the mug on the ground they're talking about.
Well,
um,
I'll look at the mug. Does that match the description?
it's a mug.
The mug. Well, hmm. She told
I
us
Motherfucker just
love,
about the
raging
mug.
I love,
perception.
I love the idea of raging perception.
Hey,
It's just this tunnel focus of
yeah,
knowing
totally.
exactly what he's looking for. Yeah. So,
He's like,
what
where's it
what
at? Where's it at?
what Greta had said was that the owner was actually in possession of the mug. Um, it is a magical item. It's it it could be like displayed, and so in your perception check, you're kind of looking around to see if there's like kind of like a dollar bill that is um, framed,
First
or
turn.
a specialty mugs kind of on the wall. Um,
Hmm.
there are some specialty mugs that are like, this was used by um, the this was used by Darius Corvinaris. This mug was when he drank here, and there's some photos and things like that, but there is nothing that is labeled mug of retention.
Sure, sure. Um, does any of them look fancier than the others,
Yeah,
or or
there are
stand
some
out?
there are some fancy steins, yes. And they are so there is a um, there is like on this wall here there are some mugs and steins that are on shelves that seem to be like um, kind of a buy a novelty stein and get a drinking deal kind of a of a promotion.
Hmm. Okay. What was the innkeeper's name again?
The tavern keep is drunks. he doesn't seem. I mean,
Why the fuck is it Moe's Tavern?
it's not Moe's Tavern.
Why does it say Moe's Tavern at the top then?
Because I'm using this. I'm using freaking um,
The
the
dude
Forge
isn't around.
Foundry instead of what I will actually be using.
Sure.
As you can see,
Hmm.
it is the titillating tavern. The titillating tortoise. Excuse me.
All right. Well,
I think we just deal with the ghosts and then talk to drunks.
sure.
While you're looking around, this ghost does start to move toward you.
I hit him with a knife.
You hit him with a knife. All right, let's go ahead and roll for initiative.
I hit him with a knife. No one walks up to Mosey on my watch.
That's right. Thanks, Jerry.
Damn it. Never mind. I'm letting you get possessed.
Sorry, buddy.
Why do you have advantage on initiative?
Man, what is your problem? What are you worried about? You should read Barbarian sometime.
It's a good read.
Yeah. When I rage, I have advantage on initiative, all strength checks, saving throws. There's level 3, I gain primal knowledge, which makes those several skills strength based. That means they're at advantage.
It's just
Read
ridiculous.
Barbarian.
It's too much. You're doing too many things.
Well, you could just go to 2014 rules and all that goes away.
All right, so
But don't do that.
Mosey got a. Are we really not working? You bastard.